Peace to all my gods and goddesses. It's the God MarcoJah, the man, the Muslim, MarcoJah, the simple man, the 5%er, MarcoJah. I want to say peace to all, peace to all my gods and goddesses, gods and earths, and as well all righteous families. Now, this is another episode of the MarcoJah monologue tapes. I want y'all to subscribe. I want y'all to like, share. This channel is very important to me, but on this episode, it's called The Fake Love for Rich Homie Quan, which I was surprised his death really hurt me, because I never seen him as a rapper that was struggling with drug addiction. Sometimes people, there's different levels of taking, there's different levels of people taking drugs. And just because somebody do drugs here and there doesn't mean that they're a drug addict. But that's what the vibe I got off him. That's the vibe that I got from him, is he was like a recreational user. Yeah, I didn't consider him to be a drug addict. But the news of his passing, it hurt me very much. And before I get into this video and everything, I want to say I do want to say before I get into this video that I was surprised his death bothered me, because that is the reason why, because I never thought he had a problem with drugs. But I'm just surprised of the fake love. I'm surprised of all these rappers coming out saying, hey, we just got done talking on the phone before he died. Hey, this about Rich Homie Quan, this and that. And it bothered me, and it showed me how people act when you die. You know, Rich Homie Quan was a very popular rap artist. He had a good, let's just say, very short run. I won't say very short, but he had a good 2 to 3 year run. He got on Rich Gang and Young Thug, Birdman, and had that summer hit Lifestyle, which is one of my favorite rap songs of all time. But once he had a problem with Birdman, once he had a problem with Young Thug, that's when this man was blackballed from the music industry. And ever since he was blackballed, and everybody knows it, he was still dropping music independently. And it wasn't just the music industry that stopped supporting Rich Homie Quan. It was the public. It was the general population. So, that's what I see. And the music that Rich Homie Quan was dropping while he was blackballed and outcasted by the industry and by the general public, you know, it was really good music. He was very talented. He could rap, he could sing, he could harmonize. A very versatile artist. He could make love songs. He could make trap songs. He could make gangster songs. He can make as well commercial pop songs as well too. But when this man was alive, the last few years of his life, and they're saying that he passed away at 30. There's some reports saying that he passed away at 33, and he passed away at 34. And I'm a big fan of the Truth Is channel, but he did not pass away at 33. This man was 34 years old. He had a late birthday. So the whole time when he left Rich Gang and was outcasted by the music industry, this man was dropping music, and I was hearing some of it. Now I'm not gonna say, hey man, I was the biggest Rich Homie Quan fan. I'm not gonna say that. But I did listen to some of his music when he wasn't like the biggest star in the world. This man was dropping music when they were still saying, oh, he fell off. But the industry just, blackballed him. And I'm going to take my time with this video. And I just gotta have to understand, like, maybe I'm just not that type of person that can make 10-minute, 15-minute videos. But I just really think it's, and I'm speaking on what everybody else thinking. I just think it's funny how y'all want to give Rich Homie Quan his flowers when he's dead, and now he's gone. That's when I was listening to his music, because I listen to underground music as well. I'm not into rap like how I used to be, but I was listening to some of his independent things, like his independent music, and I'm like, he was still making good music. I'm like, why people was just turning their back? Like, that's what while he was alive and going through all what he was going through, I'm like, why everybody turning their back on Rich Homie Quan, but still supporting Young Thug, who I thought Rich Homie Quan was a way better rapper than Young Thug. Young Thug, everybody gives Young Thug the credit of using his voice as a musical instrument and being different and everything, but I always just felt like Young Thug was more of a sellout, with him just painting his nails, with him wearing dresses. He don't do that no more. We know he not gay like Young Thug. He was this broke ass dude. Like, I listened to Young Thug's first mixtape, and he wasn't on that. He didn't have the voice he had, and I mean, every artist finds themselves, but he didn't have the voice that he had. And was doing the same stuff when he first started out. It's like old videos of Young Thug where he was just like this skinny little broke nigga with fucked up ass teeth. Like, and then I learned him and Rollo used to have beef on the streets, because they both on the west side. But it is, and I have to talk about this too as well. It is reports that after the Rich Gang split, Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan was really beefing. And it was some things I was brought up that I ain't know. I hate to use the word conspiracy theory. You know, hate to use the word conspiracy theory. But I like to use the word facts. Is that when Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug was beefing, this was years ago. It was real beef on the streets. His daddy got shot up. And now his dad got shot 4 times but lived. But now they're saying that they think that Young Thug's people maybe gave Rich Homie Quan a drug, made him die. Stories of that right now because they want to prevent Young Thug from testifying. I'm sorry, let me retract. They wanted to prevent Rich Homie Quan from testifying on Young Thug on the alleged hit on his father and everything. So they're the conspiracy theorists, which I don't like to call them that, but sometimes it's not a conspiracy, it's just facts. So sometimes people just take something and just run with it and just make people go crazy, which I'm against. Like, me and my ex-girlfriend, people will call us, conspiracy theorists. But we're not. We're just people who search for the truth. But it's like, me personally, I'm hearing reports of that too. Personally, I don't think that, I think they have problems and people got killed or shot during the Rich Homie Quan Young Thug beef. But I don't personally, just from my judgment and from what I've seen, I don't think Young Thug had nothing to do with Rich Homie Quan dying. I could see that I'm sorry, let me retract. I'm seeing that Young Thug really had grief that Rich Homie Quan died. I believe that, honestly, just from everything that I'm saying, I believe that, which I don't think it could, it's a possibility it can't be true, but I believe somebody said, which is like, I'm not gonna say it's obvious, but I believe somebody set Rich Homie Quan up, gave him a bad drug, and made him die. I don't think it's when you got enough money, because I have experience taking drugs, being a drug addict, but when you got money, when you got bread, you have enough sense and as well, you have the right connections to get something that's pure, that's real. Like when you got money and you buying drugs, which I have experience of being at that position, all this worrying about something and fentanyl or something's in this shit or whatever, that goes out the window if you got a good plug. But if you know what you buying your shit from, but somebody who's making 6 figures or a millionaire, they're not just gonna buy drugs just from a random person. They're gonna buy drugs from somebody that got some stamps, some credibility. So I do believe that I believe that the industry took them out. The industry, wrong friends, wrong people took Rich Homie Quan out. But as people going online and talking this Illuminati this, Illuminati that shit, and saying that, yo, I believe Rich Homie Quan. I'm sorry, do I believe that Young Thug took Rich Homie Quan out? No, I don't, cause he was in fear of him. I seen videos of that, and sometimes on this channel I retract videos, and you know, I like might post a video I might see on YouTube before I start the monologue tape, but I'm like, no, I don't not believe that Young Thug set Rich Homie Quan. I believe they had problems. Rich Homie Quan even said that he been knowing Young Thug since middle school. So I don't believe that. I don't believe that Rich Homie Quan. I'm sorry, I don't believe that Young Thug set up Rich Homie Quan to get killed. I don't know. I believe, and just the same thing, cause some celebrity deaths that happens, and there's been a lot of celebrity deaths that happen. Just with James Earl Jones, who died 93. He died 93 years old a couple days ago. He was a legend, and I'll say Rich Homie Quan, I'm not gonna call him a legend, but he was a very talented artist and was on his way. And if he didn't have people blocking him and blackballing him, he could have been a bigger artist. I think probably more than Lil Wayne. That's just my opinion. Maybe that's a stretch, but I think Rich Homie Quan was that talented, man. That man can sing, that man can harmonize, that man can rap, that man can make trap songs, gangster songs, pop songs. That man could make love songs. That man made R&B music as a rapper. Like, I remember when Rich Homie Quan was really trying to get out of the rap music and go into the R&B shit. You know, that man was a triple threat. But I just feel like it's really funny how motherfuckers got so much fake love for you. But I'm not trying to make this video too long, this monologue tape too long. I'm already into like 18 minutes, but all I just want to say, man, is, and this is bigger than Rich Homie Quan dying. It's just like, I want to tell y'all from me, MarcoJah, is that I never had a fear of death, because all my life I felt rejected. I felt unloved. I felt hated against, hated on. I was a person, which I understand, and I forgive society and I forgive the world. I was just a person, had some mental health issues, and I had, some learning disorders, but I'm not retarded, I'm not stupid or nothing, but sometimes it just might take me like a little longer to learn something if I'm not interested or don't care about what I'm learning. But when you go into these public school systems, they expect you to excel and have all A's and B's and C's and everything. And then when you go to college, they put you in classes where it has nothing to do with your major that you're trying to go into. But you gotta, you gotta sell and everything and get a certain amount of credit. So it's just the world isn't. I'm just how to learn for myself that, you know, I'm not. It's certain things I'm smart and good at, and there's certain things I'm not. And when you choose a career and when you choose a job, you be careful what you choose and know where you can be useful at. But the black community just want to teach you, or the people of color, Hispanics, teach you, hey, get a job and work. But that's not all the time. I'm saying work where you're useful at. But with everything that's going on, I just see that, you know, when a black man strives, when a black man, with all of what's going on, with this rich homie Quan death, which saddened me very much, everything that's going on, it just shows how, that's what the game said, which is one of my favorite rappers. I ain't gonna say nothing no more, but he's one of my favorite rappers. The game said, first they hate you, then they love you, and then they hate you again. They hate you when you want to come up. They love you when you come up. And then when you go down, when you're not at the same height that you, they hate you again. I just want to tell people, man, stop showing this fake love to rich homie Quan. Stop acting like y'all gave a fuck about him. It's so much of y'all fucking rappers that could have handed this man some features, that could have put this man in y'all videos. So much. Like rich homie Quan was a popping artist. Almost 95% of y'all let rich homie Quan just rot and fade in the dust because there's so much of y'all saying, hey, I can do a song with rich homie Quan, but your manager was telling you, nah, don't do a song with him. He blackballed because of Birdman and him. So, like, stop this fake love for rich homie Quan, man. Like, y'all wasn't looking out for him. Y'all wasn't making sure his family was straight. Y'all and y'all don't. And I think rich homie Quan got into a situation that was good, but once he pissed off some people, they wanted him silenced. They wanted him gone. That's why, I'll say it's like we have to wake up as black people, us people in general. People are dropping like flies. People are dying. I'm a person who struggles with drug and alcohol addiction as well. You know, I keep my, I'm not as bad as how I used to be, but you never know. They're only gonna take one hit that can make your life quit. And I have so much to say on this topic and everything, but main point I'm trying to make is that I just want people to stop the fake love for rich homie Quan. Y'all did not give a fuck about him. Y'all didn't help this man out while he was alive. Y'all didn't appreciate his music. I would say I was a person that did. I wasn't a big fan of him, but I appreciate his music, and I was just, during that time when he was being blackballed, I was just like, why everybody hating on rich homie Quan and not giving him attention? And I see what he's doing on the underground scene, and he's just making beautiful, nice music, but people just ignoring it. So, stop the fake love for rich homie Quan. And I want to tell as well before I go, because I want to end this video real soon. It's just like, man, as a black man, while you're on the come up, when you're on the come up, or when you reach success, don't expect people to always be there for you. Don't expect people to support you and ride or die for you. A lot of things and people are conditional. I would say all my life, I felt like, and I hate to say this, but I just feel like sometimes I felt like my own mama was against me. Sometimes I felt like my own father was against me. Sometimes I felt like my own girl was against me. My own brother was against me. My own friend was against me. Because they looking at you and they seeing you in the struggle, and then everybody want to give the black boy, the black man, this unrealistic expectation to be successful, when a lot of y'all black parents don't do shit for your kids, verbally, physically abuse them, just tell them what they need to do, don't walk them through or what they need to do, don't actually teach them and guide them, like just treat them like trash. Not all black parents, but it's a lot of fucked up ass black parents and fucked up black families out here. Then when a black man reaches his greatest potential, boom, he might like have a issue with the industry or whatever where he works at and get blackballed or whatever. Boom, y'all want to forget about him and go with the narrative and go with the enemy and side with the enemy. But I'm saying don't do that. Protect even though I think a lot of these black artists are sellouts and give out poison to our community, I didn't get that from Rich Homie Quan. I didn't get, even though he was, he was into the gangster rap trap circle, but when I listen to his music, I ain't heard a lot of negative things. He didn't spoke on, he did a lot of negative things, and he was a criminal in his past life, but I didn't get that. I get that from Young Thug. I get that from Young Thug, which I do feel bad that Young Thug is in a position that he's in, and I think he's going to be found not guilty. And I think or either that, I think Young Thug is going to come home soon, and I wish that he does, but I think Young Thug has done a lot of damage to our community. Not in the ways that Rich Homie Quan. Young Thug has taught our children that being feminine and being a gangster is cool, painting your nails and being a killer is cool, wearing dresses is cool, and being a gangster, like trying to blur the lines and going with this Baphomet ideology that he goes with. But I'm going to leave with this final note, is that no matter what scrutiny you go through, no matter what hate that you go through, and it can come from your family, it can come from your friends, your girl, whatever, to keep your mind right, to love yourself first, to be a leader, achieve to have the like-mindedness of God. Because as a black man, there's so much against you, and there's so much to destroy you, more than what's out here to build you up. And I just feel like, and that could be another video, I just feel like a lot of these black parents out here like fail their kids because they don't show them love, they don't show them encouragement. Everything is do this, everything is tough love. It's not even a tough love, it's just tough. There's no love in it. But we need to stop doing, as much as I feel like, as much as these black celebrities are sellouts, they're the enemy to us. They're pushing poison. through the airwaves, on the radio, and on YouTube to us. Some of them are not bad, which I think Rich Homie Quan was. I think Young Thug was terrible. But we have to support our black people in position, even though they might be some sellouts sometimes. Sometimes we have to support the black people that's in position and are coons and sellouts. And I hate to admit that, but they could do things and work things out for us. Let's not forget our heroes. Let's not forget people who did great things. Let's not call these rappers like washed up and trash when they're like in their early 30s, 30. Like, let's support our artists. So, especially because I can relate to that, because I used to do music. I don't do music no more, but let's support our artists, buy their music when they drop something, and go to their shows when the industry has blackballed them. And let's not turn our back on our artists when we think they too old and they're not relevant anymore. Let's still support our artists and appreciate the music that we put as black people, because sometimes it's a nasty fate that these musicians and actors go through in the showbiz, where they're on top of the world and then just gatekeepers just block them from being successful, knowing that they got talent, and then have the general public turn against them, like Rich Homie Quan, and then they wind up dying this sad, hopeless death. Let's not do our black heroes, our black celebrities, even though I'm not gonna say we should really treat our black celebrities like they're like the president or like the heroes or like the leaders or something, but still support them. They can open doors for us. They can do something for us, even though I do believe 95% of them are just straight sellouts and worshiping the Baphomet. But let's not do our heroes. Let's give people, which I see a lot of people online saying, let's give people their flowers while they're still here. And I can relate to Rich Homie Quan. I can relate to so much black man. All my life, people just been telling me, and I'm not going to go in on certain family members, but I'm just like, majority of my family, my whole life just told me I wasn't shit, and I was this, and I was that, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. And let's encourage our black boys, motivate our black men, our black boys, really teach them something instead of telling them what they need to do and just just throwing them out the world all butt naked and unprepared. It could stop a lot of problems, and we need to love each other as black people instead of letting especially our celebrities die like this. There's more I can say. There's more I can say, and I want to express myself more, but I have to end this tape. It's long, but I intended this video to be a short video, but it turned out that way. But it's more than just Rich Homie Quan, man. Let's stop letting our black men just rot and die. Let's support our black men. Be emotional available for our black men. For real. Let's stop letting us black. We have the lowest life expectancy rate in the whole United States, man. Let the black man live.